Hello devs, welcome to B30 Codes. Today in this video tutorial, I would like to discuss about the importance of React.js in modern web development as well as inform you about the path of learning React.js on your own. So please stay tuned to this video. Before beginning with React, I would like to discuss about web apps. This single page web apps, you might have heard about single page web apps. These sounds fancy, right? Yeah, so these single page web apps are pretty common these days as well as have many benefits than old multiple page web apps that were built in decades back. So you guys might be aware of the website called google.co.in. So Google, whenever we search anything on Google and click on search, so what it does, it loads and displays some output. So what it is doing, it's loading, going to the server, fetching the data, and well as loading a very completely new web page. So this is an example of multiple page web app. Instead, you might have used Twitter also. So in Twitter, everything is made using single page web app. So when I click on any of the tweet, what it does, it loads the tweet. So actually what it is doing, it's just loading the content. But it's not loading the entire web page. As well as the benefits of using these web apps is this content delivery is very faster. You can have many, the interactions become very easier. If you click, you do not need to load an entire web page, and the experience also gets very much better. So the next question is, how are we going to build all these web apps? So in order to build single page web apps, what we can do, there are multiple languages libraries and framework, not languages. So these libraries include React.js, Angular, Vue, and a lot more. But in this video, we are going to focus on React because React is widely used and is much better as compared to Angular and Vue, as per my opinion. The benefit of React is building web apps very easily. You can build an entire web app in very less time as compared to building it from scratch in normal vanilla HTML and CSS. The web app will be very much interactive, as well as the UI which the user can experience is much better. Everything which you see on the website is user interface. So if you want to build all that interface quickly and efficiently, you can use React. See, I am using React's default application which it provides. It's visible on the screen. So all this thing is just written in very short piece of code. Let me show you. See, only this much code is required, as well as there is many much small CSS is also there, but very less code is required, and you can build a whole lot better user interface instead of building just a basic one. Okay, as well as there is one more thing in React is everything present on a React user interface is a component, and the components include everything, including a paragraph, a collection of all the tags which you see in the HTML. You can create your own component. You can, a single tag is also called a component. Everything is made up of component in React. Okay. What you can do is you can build a small component and repeat it, so less code is used and more output can be seen. You can see in facebook.com pages, you can see in the Instagram also. In Instagram, what is there? A photo is there in center, some name is there, as well as comment section is there. This thing is same and getting repeated again and again, but only the content is being changed. So we do not need to write the code for each and every post. What we can do, we can write a single post.js. Okay, we can write code in a single post.js file, which is somewhere else in the program. We can import it and we can map every content which is present. Like the data is coming from the table, from the backend. So the data can be mapped. Data means the photograph which is visible, the username, the comments, the number of likes. All these things can be mapped together in a single post, and all the data can result in the multiple posts which are visible on the Instagram web page. So this is the benefit of using React. You do not need to write a code for entire thing. Everything is modular, made using components, and all these components can take data and show everything, a lot of things dynamically. Okay. Another, these components internally use, the components in React use JSX, Java, which stands for JavaScript XML. So JavaScript XML is similar, very much similar to React, normal HTML. It uses the same kind of syntax, but it's not limited to HTML. You can write anything. You just need to open it and close it, and the same similar to HTML. Like you write body open and body close. Similar, you can write anything. You can write hello, open and close. All these things are written in the form of tags, and the content inside it can also be some other tags. So all these things is actually JavaScript XML. There is no HTML in React. Instead, it uses JavaScript XML. But the output which you get is actually everything is compiled in a .html file which you do not see, but while running a server, it automatically compiles everything in a single file and shows you the static web page. Okay, so what we got, from the beginning we started a React app. In the React app, what we did, we made some components. Like I told you in the example of Instagram, we made a post component. We can also make a profile component. All these things. What are these? These are the blank templates which are going to be filled by the data provided from the backend. Backend is like anything, Django and all these things. So the data is populating all these components. The component are blank frames which are being filled from the backend using data. The data is being displayed to you interactively, dynamically. Everything is displayed dynamically on the UI. So writing lot of code is like saved. You need to write only very less code. You just need to use JavaScript, and that's it. So in order to learn React, you might need you will need Node. So you need to install Node in your computer. The Node will bring you npm, that is Node Package Manager. So what Node Package Manager does is, suppose you need a library. The library can be anything, like status bar is there, and you want someone else's status bar which is present somewhere online. What you can do, you can do npm install the name of that status bar if he has uploaded it somewhere in the Node's repository. So what it does is, like I told, npm installed hello status, the name of the status bar, which is made by someone else, stored in the online Node's repository. So what it does, it fetches the data and it fetches the whole component, stores in your own web application, and you can use it. So the Node is very much useful. Everything runs on Node. Node creates a server for your web page. The web page is just an HTML page, but to run it, you need a server. So the Node provides an environment to create a server. So Node gives you npm. Using npm, you can install libraries. You will use npm to start server. You can write npm start, and this all npm start, and you can make your own commands also. All these things are like mentioned inside package.json file present in your basic Node app. In the package.json, you can customize your commands. Instead of writing node start, you can write node run. Anything you can write, as well as write the entire complete command. You can mention all the dependencies. You can see all the dependencies which I installed. Okay, you might not be aware of dependencies. What are those? Dependencies are nothing but the external components used in your web app. Basically, external libraries or components which you downloaded and integrated with your web app and you are using it. So those are called dependencies. Okay? Okay. Okay, now I would like to share you the path that I followed towards learning React. First, you should be aware of the basics of HTML and CSS as well as JavaScript. In JavaScript, you should learn about ECMA script 6, that is ES6 version, which includes arrow functions, let and const keywords, and many more things. In JavaScript, you should also learn about various functions like .fetch, .map, .filter. All these functions are very much useful while making a web app, very much handy. So like for example, you should learn about the fetch. What fetch does is it downloads the data from the website and stores it in the form of JSON. So you should also be aware of JSON. So what is JSON? JSON is just key value pair format of the data, which is an alternative to tabular format of the data. And it's very much simple to use. In the JSON, everything can be traversed key value pair wise and can be stored or can be like mapped to some components using map function. Okay, the next thing you should also try is third-party libraries like Axios and many more. You can try Material UI to build very much beautiful UIs in very less time. So Material UI you can try. If you want to use insert maps, you can try Mapbox. There are various libraries present for React. Okay. The next thing is you can go through the documentation provided by React itself. Try building a Hello World app given as an example on the React's website. Okay, now after you build it, it's mentioned very clearly on the website how you are going to do it. The next thing is try learning about React hooks. Though you should also learn about state management in React, which is very much useful. When you have learned all this, you should step up and learn about Redux. These are like middlewares which makes the state management pretty easier. The next thing is like if you want to learn through courses, I would like to tell you about two courses which I myself have tried. The first one is provided by Per at Scrimba. So what he has done is he has told you about the React in a very easier and interactive way. The next course which I would like to give you where you can learn by doing projects is by Hong Kong University, HKUST of Science and Technology. So just try this course. It's provided on Coursera by the name of, I think, Full Stack Development with React, maybe. So just go through these two-three courses. There are multiple tutorials on YouTube which you can follow. So all these things can make learning React much easier. The learning curve of the React is very much simpler as compared to any other framework or library which I myself have experienced. It's much easier to learn React than to learn Django. That depends on you, but as for me, the React is very much easier. And once you have practiced it, like once you have learned about React, you can do multiple things. You can make web apps. You can use React Native, which is similar to React, to develop mobile apps. You can learn about Django, which is also following a similar format but is used for backend. So once you learn React thoroughly, a wide horizon opens for you to learn a lot more stuff quickly and efficiently, because you are going to learn you are going to understand it pretty easier. Okay, so I hope I have made a little bit easier for you to understand what a React is. Okay, we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.